Hey there, Patrick. My name is Mike Davis. I'm a teaching pro in Southern California at a club called Shady Canyon Golf Club. First, I want to say thank you for sending your swing in for the Golf Digest Challenge. Hopefully, I'll give you a couple things that will help you with your driving. Um, what I'm going to do is, since you sent yours and your buddy's swing in, and I don't have an email for him, I'm going to do both of yours in this same lesson, and hopefully give both you guys a couple things to work on. I know you said that you didn't hit this so well, and I could actually see the ball kind of where it went after impact. So we will try to ignore that and look at your motion instead of the output. But first of all, real quick, I want to show you a couple things for future reference when you're filming your swing. I think it'll be much more helpful if you do need to present it to anybody for analysis. Number one, the camera angles are really important. So if I was just to draw a line straight through the middle of this screen, as straight as I can get it, that's where the camera should be sitting, and you're obviously down the line view from you would be this way. So everything is going to look a little bit outside on this analysis. And let me just further explain what I mean. These would be some examples of good camera angles. So I did an example because I do quite a bit of on-site seminars for other teaching pros and so forth, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what really good camera angles would be. So this is a little something I set up just to illustrate. If you have these both centered, the camera angle, I have a little string there, is face on is directly bisecting the subject. So if I draw that line top to bottom again, straight on the face on, there we go, and then straight down the hand line on the line view. So if that's straight down the hand line, the camera should be positioned somewhere back, right back here, hopefully on a tripod about waist high. So for future reference, see if you can get those camera angles a little bit tighter. And then you want to have the if you cut this entire frame in thirds, kind of like this, you want the head to be just in the top third and most of the torso in the middle third, so you can see the golf club during the swing. Okay, so if you need to do that in the future, that'll help you a lot. So let's get to your swing real quick here. Okay, with all that said, I'm going to put this in an 8-frame sequence here, and like I said, it's a bit hard to tell what's going on. You do have a nice full sequence here, and I'm not sure why you didn't hit that one so well, but let me go ahead and put a tour player next to you, so maybe this will shed some light on what's going on there. But this is Ernie Els, let's see, with a driver. Pardon me. That's down at the Buick a few years ago in San Diego. It's near where I live, so I go down and film a lot of these players. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let these two play together, and you can see the difference in the camera angle there. So as I let these play together, you guys will probably get near impact at the same time, and there might be a little jump in his swing here. Something happened to the video. Other than that, you know, I like your motion there, Patrick. Pretty good. If you did hit that in the heel or top it, it's kind of what it looked like. The reasons we top the ball are simple. We're too far away from the ball at impact. So you could be too far away at address, or you're just lifting up. So let's draw a couple lines here. Let's put some reference points. Here's your spine. Here's your back. Here's a line through the back side of you there. Let's just see what happens with your body during the swing. Got a little camera jiggle there, so it's hard to tell, but I think you might have just been too close to the ball. You do have a nice motion. I'm only guessing that you're aiming left because you're playing a fade. So a lot of times if we are coming over the top, which would be the club coming across the ball this way, we need to play that fade. And a lot of times if we overdo it, we get on top of the ball and we just dead hit it in the heel. So like I said, Colin, it's a little difficult to see what's going on here from this camera angle, but You know, you set the club nicely. You look like your hands are in a good position here. The club face is fairly square. If I draw a line right against the club face, it's all in the good alignment there, so you probably have a nice neutral grip. You bring the club down nicely. You got some good lag angle here. I can see you deliver the club nicely. You got plenty of space in here for your right elbow to travel, so you're not blocking with your body. Nice release. Maybe a little bit of a late release. I think a lot of times you'd see this club fully hinged in this area here for tour players. So keep working on it. Try to relax your grip a little bit and let that thing go. Try not to guide the ball and just let her rip. Okay? Let's move on to your buddy here. Okay, now here's another example. This camera angle is a bit too close and way too much down the line. So, but at least it's a better angle. I think we maybe can tell a little bit what's going on. His ball looked like it went to the right to me. So if I advance this video, and I'm just going to go ahead and go back to we're just before impact here. I'm going to go frame at a time. I'm just going to start to connect these dots. There's another one. There's another one. Okay, so now if we take those and we do something in red here, I'm guessing the next one's over here. So it looks like it's going high and right. So the reason the ball will go to the right, Patrick and Patrick's friend, are pretty simple. Do we slash across the ball, creating clockwise spin? Do we have an open face that creates clockwise spin, or is it just a push? Push is a path that comes from inside out too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw what we call the swing plane graphic here. And if we can keep it in that shaded area as best we can, we tend to get good results. Everything's going to look a little inside because of the camera placement. So pretty easy to see that this is an over-the-top move, and I'll explain what I mean by that. I'm going to kind of mark some points here on the takeaway. So here's the golf club head on the takeaway. I'm going to draw a circle in white here around the club head. And then as we come back down, here's the club head here. In the next frame, it's here. So if we connect those two, clearly not on the same plane as it was on the way back. So the orange line is the backswing. The white line is the downswing. So it's an over-the-top move. An over-the-top move is a shot that will a lot of times produce balls that'll go to the right. Here's the main thing. I'm just going to try to get this really close to impact. It sure looks a lot like the tee is right here. I'll draw that in black. And it sure looks an awful lot like we hit that right on the toe. Right off the toe of the club, which would be right in line with the tee there. And that will spin the face open and push the ball to the right every time. So Patrick's friend, here's what I want you to do. I kind of like your setup. You might be a little hands low. I'd love to see you stand a little taller in through here. A little less knee bend, keep the spine tilt, and take advantage of your height. That'll bring your hands up a little bit, because as you come into impact, they're rising up quite a bit. So if we can get your address position to look a little bit more like the impact position here, you can see how much your hands are rising up. So that is the impact position and address position. So if I go ahead and draw a line there and draw a line through impact, I'm just going to put a couple of them on the shaft here because it's curving. You know, maybe if you got in your setup position somewhere in between here, maybe if your setup position was shaft angle was like that. So I think it would be easy if you took this spine angle, rose it up a little bit, take this knee flex, bring that up a little bit. Your arms would hang right into here. You might be able to get that shaft angle up a little bit. Okay, so Patrick's friend, wish I knew what your name was. I'd use that, but here we go. I want you to try to figure out, get some tape. You can buy this impact tape at most golf shops. Get some tape, see where you're making face contact, and make sure that you make a good finish. Try not to stay on that right side. At your finish position, if we could see your entire bottom of your foot, it'd be perfect. It'd be a much better finish. Okay, good luck, guys. Thanks for sending your video in. Here's some contact info.